He's really big now. He's too big to be a little. So years ago, just after a Bowl for Kids' Sake fundraiser, I was having dinner with Josh and my little, and Rich and Tracy and my husband Steve, and Josh said, you know, can I be a little and a big at the same time? And I was very excited, so I'm going to let him just tell you more about his experience.
Thank you. So first off, I want everybody to say hi to my security blanket. Hey! None of you saw that. All right, so I was a very shy and weird little boy. When I didn't really talk to their kids at school, and I didn't talk to their kids at school because I didn't really have anything to talk about. I would say San Luis Obispo is a mostly middle-class kind of a town, and while I couldn't really relate, while most of the kids are watching Hey Arnold or the Powderpuff Girls on cable, I was busy watching the nightly news with Tom Brokaw on the bunny ears. And while most of my peers were reading the Harry Potter books, I was busy reading whatever was lying around, or just typically the newspaper. So while my peers, started to get interested in, the Backstreet Boys or Britney Spears, whatever was hip, I developed different interests. My interests were politics. I know right now it's really fun. And I didn't really like myself at this young age. I always knew I was different, and yay. And when I was matched up with Rich Ferguson as my big brother, I didn't really know what our relationship was going to be like. I thought it was going to be like in the movies. He was somebody I could swindle ice cream from every now and then, and he would make a very desperate and futile attempt at getting me to like sports. But more importantly, I thought Rich was someone who would give me a weird look or a confused look when I started to talk about my interests, which were politics. But Rich wasn't like that, which was interesting. Rich wasn't afraid to talk about politics with me. I think he actually enjoyed it. I was able to share my opinions and my views with him, and he would listen. He would actually, be there for me, and he accepted me. And because of this, I was able to accept myself. And Rich wasn't just someone who accepted me. I would say he was a role model for me. Rich was, and still very much is, an incredibly charismatic, outgoing person, and could pretty much talk to anybody about anything. And I knew Rich, didn't just listen to me because he listened to everybody. He talked to everybody. He wasn't paid to listen to me. That's just who he was. And I wanted to be more like Rich. I wanted to be more outgoing. I didn't want to be shy. I didn't want to feel like I had to be quiet around others. And so I started to talk to others, and I started to be more outgoing. And I did what Rich did, which I would say was the most important. And I started to listen. And as I listened, and as I talked to others, I started to find new interests for myself. And I started to make more connections with more people. And I started to do things I didn't think I would be able to do, when I was younger, when I was shy. I joined a big group of guys called the Boy Scouts. And I eventually became an Eagle Scout. And I joined, kind of a little bit the opposite. I joined the theater club at my high school and actually performed in the plays, which was pretty exciting. And also, I became a big myself in the Big Brothers, Big Sisters high school-based program. Yeah, that one. And I would go there once a week for about an hour a day, and I would play foursquare handball and tag and various other things with him. And I guess I was there to, keep him out of trouble or to get his grades up. But what I really felt like I was doing was I was there to listen to him. I was there to appreciate who he was. And I was there to give him the gift Rich gave to me. And even today, what Rich has done for me still sticks. I am now a junior at the University of California, Davis. Go Ags. Sorry, Cal Poly. I'm the first in my family to go to college, and I'm a double major. I'm a double major in political science, public service. Surprise! and history, which is another fun topic of mine. And I went to college because I knew I could. I accepted myself, and I knew I deserved the best. And I knew I deserved to try my hardest to achieve that best. And even in college, when I became a freshman, I continued listening, talking to others, and trying to be more outgoing. And I actually fell into joining a social fraternity, which I never thought that would happen. Even like social is, no, not for me. But I managed to, communicate, with a great group of guys, and I eventually, joined an organization that I would have otherwise passed up. And I can easily say college and joining this fraternity were probably the best decisions I've made. And another great decision I made because of Rich was I joined the UC Davis student government. I am now the ambassador to the UC Regents. So, so I guess I represent 35,000 students on behalf of UC Davis to a board that controls 9 undergraduate institutions. I'm also the executive director of Lobby Corps, which is an organization that goes to the capital, Sacramento, as I'm sure all of you know. And and there I lobby on behalf of UC Davis students to state senators and state assemblymen for the student interests. And this long and probably boring list of things I do, it wouldn't exist if Rich wasn't there to accept me and to push me, out of my shell. And that's why I'm going to push you to spend a lot of money on this auction.